I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know Papa, what you used to fan charcoal.
Right.
You've seen it.
Right.
When you fan it, then the charcoal goes bright red.
This is a call for accountability.
You fan government's charcoal to it's bright red.
It's a call for accountability.
I enjoy it.
No, I think literally and figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pricks the conscience very quickly and sharply. Yeah. So certainly a fantastic avenue for a great editorial, and one that literally wakes us up.
This our society,
Right.
and it will take me and you to do it. That's why I always watch Johnny's Bite.
The general watches Johnny's Bite
Every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
What he seeks to do is to bring attention to some of the ills or some of the problems that we have, and even though it's often very spicy, I was telling him that he could add some ketchup on the side.
Oh, you should add some ketchup. It's too hot for you, eh?
Too hot.
I don't get surprised when people criticize you, but I think you are doing a good job.
Thank you, sir.
And don't at all think about what people will say. Continue with the objective work that you are doing, and definitely it will help this nation, because you are not doing it for yourself, but what Ghanaians cannot say is what you are saying.
Charlie, no be joke.
No
The
be
pressure people like Johnny can give you.
No.
You no get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying, that the pressure Johnny and his people, the pressure they can give you, you no get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbanallah wa ni'ma wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's Monday. We're wrapping up the month in a few. Hopefully, our Minister for Communications, Digitalization and Innovation, you don't get to see a lot of that innovation these days, will come back to come and tell us that he has reluctantly decided to extend the deadline for the SIM card registration. Well, the app came out not too long ago. But chill and drink cocoa dairy. Cocoa dairy is good because it's nutritious, it's healthy, it's vegan, supportive. It's approved by the FDA. It's good for lactating mothers, breastfeeding mothers. It's good for expectant mothers, pregnant women. It's good for the young, the old, toddlers, adults, everybody in the family. It's good. It comes in different variants. So if you don't like Barista, you can like the unsweetened. If you don't like, you can get the original, or you can get Cocoa Life. It comes in different variants. And it's available across the country at the price that you can afford. So call 027-4440-180. That's 027-4440-180. Or visit the Facebook page, Cocoa Dairy Free GH, and you are good to go. So go out there, grab a pack of Cocoa Dairy, and thank me later. You can take it chilled. You can cook with it, bake with it, actually. Yeah, you didn't know that. I'm telling you that now. Now, this morning, I've come to talk about a subject matter that I started talking about last week. About how, as a country, our unemployment rate is going up sharply, how young people do not have jobs, and how old people are getting contract and contract extensions. Last week, we discussed it extensively, and one would have thought that the presidency would have paid a little attention to it because you saw the reactions. Even from the teacher unions, 3 of them, they wrote and said, look, if you don't let these people who have retired go home, it will get to a point when they give directives, we'll tell our members not to obey the directives. I don't get it where people have retired after serving 20, 30 years, more than 30 years in some cases, and they still want to stay on and keep a contract. The Deputy Director General of Education is there. The Controller General of Immigration is there. and so many others. So we started. And I said, look, if you are a retiree and you have gone on pension and you are still lurking around in those offices hoping that you may get a contract extension, we will mention your name and put your picture up on TV very soon. Because I don't see why you cannot pave way for your children and your grandchildren to come and also have bread to eat, decent bread to eat with their families. Your children and your grandchildren, are you happy that they are walking around? And I'm happy that it's getting some result. Then he put the pictures up for me. We'll go to the send-off ceremonies that will be done for them. I'm told the Greater Accra Regional Director. Okay, so this is the Northern Regional Director. Send-off for Dr. Peter Atefua, Northern Regional Director of Education. Tuesday, 6 September 2022 is the day after my birthday. Tamale SHS, Old Assembly Hall. Time, 10 a.m. Doc, congratulations. Thank you very much for serving your country, and thank you for agreeing to go home. We appreciate you. We'll come to the party. Okay, this one too is for send-off for Miss Monica Ankra, Regional Director of Education, Greater Accra Region, Ghana Education Service, GS. Thursday, 29 September 2022, Presec Old Boys Assembly Hall, 11 a.m. You are cordially invited. Now, I have a very interesting story with Madam Monica Ankra. So I did an expose here, and plenty of people threaten, we'll sue you. They can't sue. Because when they go and check, they find that the documents I have, they are genuine, and they are emanating from them. So there was a matter that I mentioned, one instance of a teacher who had been, you know, when you are a teacher, finish your licensure, national service and everything, you are made an offer from the national GS, and then they give you a time frame within which to accept or reject the offer. And then you are asked to come to your region where you have been posted to go and see your posting. Now, 4 teachers came to me with documents that they were giving, say, TV3, that's their school. They get here and they are told to go to KTV. So they had issues with that. And then they realized that people were paying monies for those things. So they came to me. I said, then they called one of our reporters, Armstrong, and said, we will sue him, we will sue him. The conference called, I'm waiting for the suit. Anyway, but that's beside the point. So I'm saying that if you are a retiree and you are still lurking around the place, you know you have gone on retirement, hand over peacefully and go, because we will mention your name and put your picture up. Follow the examples of these senior citizens. Like we are celebrating them now and saying, thank you very much for going. Home, sweet home. Everybody, please go home. Go and play with your grandchildren and your children. Let them feel happy. They are on vacation. If you're a grandma, grandpa, you should be playing with them. Please go so that the young people can get jobs to do. I beg you. If not, there will be no mercy for anybody. I will mention your names and I will put your picture up there. Oh, the teachers themselves, they say send me these documents. I don't go looking for them. The teachers and the people who work within the sector, they send me these things. So I am sending notice to the Volta region, to the Eastern region, to the Western region. Anybody who has retired, who is in the office and the person supposed to take over from you is marking time on the veranda, please go home. I will mention your name and put your picture up. I beg you. You have served our country well. I don't want to be the one to be doing that. I beg you. You have 4 days in this week. Next week, if you are still there, I'll mention you and put your picture up. That is a promise. Now, Danny, let's talk about Galamsey. I see the deputy minister talking about Galamsey. So let's not let partisanship not stop us from fighting Galamsey, yada, yada, yada. And yesterday, I laughed my head off. I said, did this deputy minister just get into town? Did he just get into town? Because there have been stories about even that deputy minister, Mr. Duka, in the Western region. People have died. We have the videos and photos. People who used to follow him, who were seen in videos, have died. People, gun-wielding people have died. Why did they die? Was it because of Galamsey? So this public, what do you call it? Packaging. All lie be lie. Public packaging, we should stop it. See, Danny, take me to the Ofing and Pra rivers. Danny, show me. I went to Obuasi this weekend for a funeral. Wara's mother died. This is in the Western region. I think this is the Ofing River. Danny, pause. Pause. When you get to the brown water, it's not cocoa drink. Pause. Go back. Danny, show them the video. Pause. This is the Ofin or Pra, whichever one, I don't know, but I took videos of the Ofin and Pra myself. Nobody took it for me. I took it in a moving vehicle. This is the river. We have had Operation Galamsey, Operation Vanguard, Operation 1-1. We have done all those ones. We put together military officers, police, immigration, national security. We put all of them together. Still, the water is this way. So when the minister comes and he's making certain comments, I laugh it off because I think that we are being toyed with as a country. And I'll tell you why. In the second administration, when President Akufo-Addo renominated Madame Sisi Abla Dapa and Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah Minister for Information, and then Abu Jidapo as Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Lands and Natural Resources, the three of them came together and said they were going around a tour to understand the problems of Galamsey. These are two ministers who were part of a 10-member interministerial committee that President Akufo-Addo reposed confidence in to fight Galamsey. He disbanded it because at some point he found that they were not doing the work. And then Mr. Abu Jidapo, who is a deputy chief of staff, of course, when the document goes to the president, it will go through the hands of the chief of staff. They said they were now going to understand the problem that they told us that they had been fighting. Then he pulled up that Professor Frimpong Boateng giving the government 70%. Pull up that story for me. Look at it. Our whole country has become like a crime scene. No, okay, let's stay with this one. It was Minister Haji Halima Mahama, who is now an ambassador, who was our local government minister. She called the MMDCs into a meeting and told them that she knows the MMDCs who are involved in Galamsey. I didn't hold a gun to her head. When she finished making that statement, I was hoping that one or two MMDCs would be used as examples. Because for a minister who is the sector minister, whose ministry was in the fight against Galamsey, to have said that publicly, and mind you, the Galamsey fight was not started by the government, it was started by the press. The government tries to take credit for it. The press started, then they took it. They have played it through Canese. She met the MMDCs and told them that we know those of you involved in Galamsey. She said it. She said, the report we are getting from the field is not pleasant at all. He said, the report we are getting is that some of you MMDCs are messing up. A minister will not make such public claims and let it fly. A cabinet minister makes such a claim. This was in 2018. 2018, September 10, 2018. She made this claim publicly. The press was there to cover. After she made that claim, tell me one MMDC who has been held for Galamsey. Tell me. Then he keeps showing the Galamsey videos. Let them see what we are doing to ourselves. The Ghana Water Company keeps telling you that about 40% of the water they get from here is silted. So they have to use a lot of chemicals. And it's destroying their machines. We know. And you know the funny thing is that we always, then you find Professor Frimpong Boateng's story for me. It's there. It's part of the stream. Now, we are told that, oh, when we catch you, we will make an example of you. Let partisanship not be this. Let it not be that. Let it be this. Where are the chamfans built? The chamfans that are used to do the Galamsey, where are they built? That is Professor Frimpong Boateng, a very noble professor of international repute. Okay? This was in February 2020. It says we have done better in Galamsey fight than people can see. Professor Frimpong Boateng, the Minister of Science, Technology, Environment and Innovation, Professor Frimpong Boateng, has scored MPP government 70% in the fight against Galamsey. The water is still brown. 70%, the water is still brown. 70, the water is still brown. So what is Mrekuduka talking about? What is Jinapo talking about? They know where the problem is. And I say, until it gets to a point where we stop playing the ostrich about this Galamsey thing, very, very soon we'll be importing water. God has blessed us with multiple rivers. There is no village in this country that doesn't have a river. Or an adjoining village, maybe 2 or 3 villages that don't share a river. So what is our problem? A few greedy men and women have decided that they are going to make our lives uncomfortable. And I tell you what, the chamfans are built right on site. It's an excavator tea bread that you can keep in your pocket. When the excavators are imported into this country, they come through the ports. We have national security at the ports. We have customs division of the GRA at the port. We have BNI at the port or NIB at the port. We have police at the port. We have military at the port. When people import these things, do we ask the relevant questions? And if I import something and Peter Duncan is clearing it for me, he will clear it in my name, but the chassis number will always be the same. When they finish clearing it, do they ask where we are taking it to? Do we have proper monitoring systems that monitor them? Then you go into the pits and you go and catch those boys who are working for 70, 80, 120, 100 Ghana cedis per day. The big thieves and the big rapers of the nation are at post. They are far away. Then you make an example of these people. Then your Safomafo will come and tell us that jailing Aisha Wan would not have solved Ghana's problem. He is still the president's senior most advisor. The man who is advising the president. When a foreigner was caught in the thick of things for Galamsey, he came to tell us that jailing Aisha Wan will not have solved our problems. He is the one who has the president's ear. He said, President, sit down. President will sit. President, stand. He will stand. President, don't go. He will go. President, he is the man. And you know the interesting thing? They have all gone past their 70th year. They have fulfilled scripture. 70. So now we are in trouble. The old people who are supposed to be leaving a legacy for us to be followed, they have become our problem in this country. He said, no, Danny, not this one. He said, jailing Aisha Wan would not have solved our problem. Danny, work on her. Jailing Aisha Wan wouldn't have solved Ghana's problems. At the time was a senior minister when he made this reckless comment. Aisha Wan was shepherded out of this country and she went. Then when they catch Kofori at office, so they will make an example of Kofori and keep him in Nsawam for 30 years. Who do you think we are fooling? Now, the same people who we put together to go and help us fight Galamsey, uniformed military, fingered in Manso Forest, illegal mining, providing cover for Chinese. Who sent them? Because the military is about discipline, it's about obedience, and it's about formation. It's about order. And I've heard people, when I said, oh, the president's ADC is a brigadier, people said, oh, I don't know the difference between ADC and bodyguard. Admitted, I may have slipped there, but I'm saying, don't chase the shadows, chase the substance. Why is another general following another general around? That's the question, that's the meat of the matter. And see, the arguments that have started already and trying to ridicule is the same idea that government has. When you talk about a matter, Adam, where are you? He says, I'm naked. They ask you a question of geography, you are talking about biology. The same soldiers that we pay, Operation Vanguard, Operation Galamsey, Operation this, Operation that, Operation Halt 1 and 2, they are the ones who have been caught in the web. This story came up. Do you remember that when the Ashanti Regional Security Council boss, and for the second time a security council boss in the Ashanti region was chased by vigilantes out of the office? In fact, this lawyer who is also a DCOP was handcuffed in his office. There was Galamsey undertones. Do you remember the so-called national security people that they arrested on site at the Galamsey site? Do you remember? Now, in all this Galamsey fight and all this plenty talk that we are talking, who has been accounting for the gold, the diamond that they have been seizing at? Because when you go to Galamsey site, you will find guns, you will find generators, you will find gold, you will find diamond, and you find cash. When they arrest them, they only show the people with mud on their skin, and they show you one excavator that they are bending. Finish. Sika no wahe, gold no wahe, diamond no wahe. If you want the people to support you, come clean. I'm saying I saw these videos myself of Finsu and Pra. This is how the water looks like. So let nobody come and tell me that we are winning the fight against Galamsey, and stop the paper leadership. You are young people. When you were appointed, we were happy for you. But if this is how the young people are going to be running affairs, then we might as well stop supporting the young people and leave the country for the old people to mismanage the way they are doing it.
Ghana.
We are talking Galamsey. The government says we have done well, 70%. The Nobel professor said it. At the time when excavators were flying, he said it. Now look at our water. Look at it. Check it out. Check out our water. Check it out. And you see, you sit in Accra and you are not too concerned. It is coming, Boba. It is coming, Boba. It is coming, Boba. Yes, we cannot politicize this. I agree with him. But this is what a viewer just sent it to us. A viewer sent this to us. So this picture here. Somebody said real time. Somebody just sent this picture to us and showed us how the water is turning out in that places. Into Boba, Galamsey, Boba. The greed of a few people collecting the blood, toil, and sweat of the people just to push political agenda. God will punish you. God will deal with you because of you, children are now having complications. Because of you, people are drinking mercury. Because of you, people are drinking cyanide. Because of you. Because of you, our cocoa is suffering. Because when we take it out there are chemicals. Because of you, greedy, wicked person, you. God will ask you a question. I need you to renew your mind. And Mr. Minister, don't come and give us speeches. We are tired of the speeches. When you catch the small boys in the pit, they were sent there by big people. Trace them, chase the money, and go for the big people. Make an example of them. Don't come and give us Osafuma for Aisha one story that will Jailing Aisha one change our story. There are big people behind it. You know them. You know them, Mr. Minister. You know them. You know them. Good morning.